All right, y'all. So Friday, I saw the movies. I saw two movies. I saw The Ice Cream Man and I saw One Night Only, and neither of them were good experiences. Ice Cream Man was a horrible, horrible movie. I don't say it often, but that was actually a waste of money, a giant waste of money. That was a horrible movie. One Night Only, well, it wasn't a complete waste of time. It had good merits, but it wasn't a good experience. I didn't like that movie, and it felt like the movie was just 100% awkward, just 100%. Like they chose Callum Turner specifically to do this because he's an awkward person. I don't know what else he's been, but from what I can tell, the dude's pretty awkward. He looks awkward, he acts awkward, and it felt like whoever wrote this movie leaned into it heavily because everything's awkward in the movie. So it it felt also like the comedy portion was overtaking everything else. Like it's a very funny movie, but when you're being a rom-com, there's got to be some balance, but there was no balance in this movie. It was just so much comedy with the overarching theme of awkwardness going into every single part of the movie. The music was, there were bad choices with the music. I and which is weird because the lead actress, she sings songs for a living. She does like jingles, kind of like Charlie from Two and a Half Men, but instead of playing the music, she sings the songs that we hear on some of those drug commercials. She does that. But for a person who does that, it's like the music was uh it was a bad choice. It were bad choices in for songs. It didn't really fit the situation that was happening. Uh the good parts of the movie, the parts that were actually romance, it just your heart's not in it, and it felt like they weren't in it either. They had no real chemistry. It was all just physical based, and I mean, I get that for a plot, dystopian society, one night out of the year you can have sex. I get that. But man, you the movie takes place within a couple of days. Within the span of a couple of days, that's how the movie takes place, and you can get a lot done. I mean, you can get a lot done. But it felt like the two co-stars, the two stars in this movie just had very little spark. I didn't really see it. You're not really rooting for them to have a happy ending. You don't really care. They it's a whole bunch of comedy and not enough romance. And the good parts of the movie, when there were some, it was just few and far between. This movie is very awkward, and if I'm being completely honest, I think Callum Turner was too good for the movie. I think Callum Turner himself was too good for whoever wrote this movie. And the biggest sin in this movie is the waste of the talents of LeVar Burton and Molly Ringwald. They are such great actors, okay? They are amazing actors. And for one, it looks like Molly Ringwald lost some weight. I didn't recognize her in the movie at first. I was like, wait, why do I want to listen to the mother character so much? Because she plays Callum Turner's mother in this movie, and when she showed up, it's like, who is this thin lady? Why do I want to listen to her all day? Like, she has great advice or something. I don't know why I feel at ease listening to her. And then I realized it was Molly Ringwald, and I was like, wow, okay, she lost weight, good for her. But the waste of talent that they had for this was the biggest sin of all. LeVar Burton and Molly Ringwald, where they had so much more they could have given to this movie, and they were some of the best parts of the movie because when he went to them for advice, it felt like those were the good parts of the movie. They really should have leaned into that a little bit more, and it was just the biggest waste. It was the biggest waste, and I did not enjoy my experience watching this movie. Everything was out of place. I don't care about the couple. They had very little spark. The music was all over the place. The romance was all over the place. And even when it was there, it wasn't really romance. It was just physical stuff. And uh, the movie's just weird. The movie is just weird. And I really would rather watch Two Night Stand. I really would. I'm not going to lie to you, Callum. Those people let you down. I won't say Callum is to blame, but this movie let me down. I didn't enjoy it. I cannot recommend anybody go watch that movie.